All right, Sag, I like this for you because either way, whether you're coming out of a period of solitude or going into it, I still see it as a good thing for you. So, from Lay Vampire, Anti Hero, Maverick, Risk Taker, and Rule Breaker, and then Enlightenment from Chakra Wisdom. This one is very much like the Hermit. But Anti Hero is about realizing that your individuality is more important right now. Sometimes you need to break the rules here, right? But it's showing people that, sometimes heroes need to break the rules, right? But with Enlightenment, this is about facing your fears. And I kind of look at that and think that maybe some of you are needing to face something about yourself here, and gain that enlightenment and break the rules, because this, just like with rebellion, is about going against what society thinks is the norm. You may need to break the rules on a situation here to make it work for you, but again, you are showing other people like a better way almost. I see this as a better way because, a lot of times what society considers normal isn't actually that great, Now, with enlightenment, besides facing your fears, it is about taking time alone to connect and trusting your intuition, needing some solitude, time for reflection, all the hermit stuff, right? All right, here's your overall for the week. The Nine of Cups. I'm seeing this one a lot. So, again, with this being the overall, it's, about what is going to make you happy. What do you really want? Emotional abundance here, wishes fulfilled. But then, of course, right, being careful for what you wish for here. But we'll see. Now, in the past, strength. So needing to pull on your inner strength here to go after what you want. I mean, that's basically it between the two. But whatever you've been through in the past, it required you to have strength to continue. Oh boy. All right. So in the present, the Two of Cups. So possibly about a relationship here. My God, if I could talk right. Too much coffee this morning. So with the Two of Cups being in the present moment, I'm always waiting to see how it's connecting here. But we're talking about the connection between two people. And maybe what you want right now is to see eye to eye with someone. And that may be where strength is coming through, needing to have the strength to see someone else's perspective, right? Okay, so future conditions, the Queen of Cups. Now, with the Nine of Cups being the overall here, I feel good about it. I don't feel like this is like emotional attachment. When I say that with her, the Queen of Cups has a tendency to become a little bit obsessed, right? Because there is that involvement there. Now, definitely this could be about a person that's surrounding you, possibly a water sign, right? But the energy that you're taking on here, it looks like you're getting more in tune with yourself, your own emotions, reflecting back to another person how you are feeling, right? Because she is the mirror. She reflects back to other people what they are projecting out. But I see this all as a really good thing. Your best path to follow, the Wheel of Fortune. So, a lot of times when I see this, I think of repeating cycles. But I look at this and think, you've made it to the 10 here. We're getting ready to go again back through, the Ace into the Wheel of Fortune again. I look at this more so in this position with everything that's going on as a good thing. Like, actually taking advantage of what, is happening here, what destiny is throwing your way, right? With fate and destiny. But, it is an opportunity for better things to happen, but that depends on you. It is possible that we may be repeating a cycle or breaking a pattern here with the wheel. But all of it looks really good. But I think that the main thing here, especially with strength coming through, is about you willing to see, someone else's side. That's kind of what I'm getting here between strength and the Two of Cups. But all of this looks really good. Okay, so in your environment, the Ace of Swords. Now, with the Ace of Swords, I mean, this is like the mental breakthrough, the epiphany, the aha moment, right? fresh, clear ideas, truth, communicating the truth, you know, having the strength to communicate the truth to someone about what you want. You know, and with the Wheel of Fortune, maybe now it's time to do this, you know. But I don't feel bad about this. Usually when this shows up, it's like a truth that comes out, and it tends to be a bad thing. But I think it's more about, you know, like I said, you needing to have the strength to speak your truth, or speak a truth. Your hopes and your fears, the Eight of Pentacles. Now, if we're talking about a work relationship here, it's just, you know, communicating to somebody, you know, what you're wanting. You know, that, or it's a lot of hard work is needed here, you know, to make that bond happen, to get that understanding, to see, you know, the truth on both sides here, right? And hoping that, you know, someone will see your side as well. But with the Eight of Pentacles, I just look at that as like really needing to put in some effort here, right? Especially if this is something that you want, you know. Now, the fear would be, you know, possibly here that you or someone else may be too focused on what they're doing, which is why in the present moment, you know, there's this want to have a connection and understanding. But I don't know, I don't really see that as a bad thing. You know, but then I question, why is it that there's going to have to be a lot of hard work put into a connection, an understanding, you know, whether it's romantic or not here with the Two of Cups. And then coming out the Fool, you know. And then I go back to enlightenment, and I think that, you know, if we're talking about, like, for those of you who are single and wanting to have a connection with somebody here, you know, it's really about having the strength to say it, to speak the truth, right? And with the Eight of Pentacles, there may have been like a lot of self-work, self-reflection, right? Because of enlightenment and kind of breaking your own rules here on, you know, what you actually want in terms of a relationship, which is possible. Now, for those of you who are happy in a relationship, all of this looks really good. You know, it's time to have faith, right? Time to have faith in the way that you're feeling, and have faith that, you know, you will receive what you want here with the Fool coming out. With the Four of Cups, I look at this with strength, and I think, you know, for some of you at one point in the past, you may have like turned down, you know, an offer here, an opportunity to have a relationship, you know, or it could just be that you weren't really satisfied with what you had in front of you. You know, it makes sense why strength is coming through, but I don't see that being the issue now. I think that some of you may be worried though that you're going to be rejected. Like maybe what you are offering here isn't going to be good enough because of the Fool, because the Fool coming out is telling you to, you know, go for it, have faith, take that leap, right? But with the Nine of Wands, you know, if this is the way that you're thinking about speaking the truth to somebody, you know, it's like being ready to like protect yourself if things don't go the way that you expect, I think is the best way to put it. You know, I don't know. I don't really see this as work circumstances in terms of money with the Five of Pentacles being there. I feel like, you know, this is more about, you know, a rejection here. You know, but with the Four of Cups coming through and clarifying the past there, you know, I feel like this is what you're fearing more than anything else, right? Which is where the self-work needs to come into play, you know, or it being like an extreme amount of effort for you to actually do this. But I feel like with the Nine of Wands, we're preparing here, preparing to protect yourself if things don't go the way that you had expected. You know, I don't see all of that as a bad thing because, you know, what I'm seeing here, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, right? Like, and we're talking about breaking patterns, you know, breaking the rules, so to speak. When you stop resisting how you're feeling and, you know, what you're wanting here, it opens up to an adventure. So don't resist the adventure that's coming up and open up your heart. I mean, that's basically that, you know. And I do think that this is targeted toward those of you who are wanting to have a connection with a person. Like I said, right, it doesn't have to be romantic, but, and then love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. Absolutely. But, you know, you have to look at whether or not this is something you want to be committed to, right? If it's something that you're just wanting right now, you know, that may not be a good thing for you or the other person. You know, but we hear it all the time, right? You have to love who you are before anybody else can love you, you know. But you do deserve to have good things in your life. You just have to look at, you know, if this is something that you're just wanting temporarily, then, you know, maybe you need to reconsider what you may be wanting to offer here to someone.